I think we've settled it.
You were talking about the Lost Boys, J.M. Barrie, Never Grow Old, Never Die. 25 years, nearly a quarter of a century coming, or 24 years, nearly a quarter of a century coming up. Jameson, what's that like to come back to Alan?
Well, you know, I was sitting there waiting for them to do a Lost Boys sequel for many, many years, and yeah, right. I think we were thinking about it together. I think
We were sitting on the bus.
Yeah, it was. I remember you. Yeah, no, I'm really. I mean, the exciting thing for me is, I mean, to be back side by side with Feldman is really exciting. And yes, it's been a long time coming, but I think it makes it all the more sweet that we're back. Hey, do you see? We'll talk about that.
It was exciting.
It's not that kind of exciting.
Oh my God.
No, I'm thrilled to be back, and I think that you know, the people I've talked to, the fans I've talked to, and I've talked to a lot of different fans all around the country, and hey, putting me on the spot. On the spot from all different angles. You know, that's not my good side.
You're good under pressure. Work it.
You're good too. The bottom line is that I'm thrilled to be back, and I think that the Frog Brothers have been, you know, people have said to me, they've been like, what's up with the Frog Brothers? We love the Frog Brothers, and you know, and some people have been like, we love that, you know, Corey Feldman, and I've said, you know, what about me? And now I'm finally there with you.
Oh yeah, the other one.
Right, the other Frog Brother.
Hey.
Right? No, I mean, it was on screen, by the way, and I told this story on the DVD of the original movie, but you know, they did the collector's edition, so some of you may have heard the story, but it was on camera that Corey decides to blurt out that he's the lead frog. It was on
Head frog, I believe is what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
And Joel, the director, was like, yeah, say that, leave that in. And I was like, wait a minute, we never decided on that. But I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to call you the lead frog, and I'm happy to be the other Frog Brother, but I'm, you know.
Well, I see it so differently nowadays. I think of you now. Thank you. I think of you now as the head frog.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm serious. Hold on, wait, straight face, hold on. Okay, you really are the head frog.
Yeah, okay.
I've been meaning to tell you that for all these years, Jameson.
Does that make you the frog's legs?
I had an ego when I was 15 years old. It's all in a box now.
Yeah, you had an ego, yeah, sure. Yeah. And now you don't.
Now it's gone. The truth of the matter is, you really are the head frog, and I am just a toad living in your world. Right? Come on, let's face it, this couldn't be the return of the Frog Brothers without one man, Jameson Newlander. I'm really excited he's back. And he does a great job, you'll see in this film. He's excellent. As always.
Thanks, bro.
Well, both you head frogs. Was the rapport natural? Did it come right back?
Yeah, well, it did in a way, because, I mean, you know, we've been in touch, you know, we've been hanging out a bunch and stuff like that, and, you know, our rapport, you know, I mean, listen, Feldman and Haim had a really great rapport where they really, I mean, you guys really had, I don't want to bring, I mean, I know, you know, Corey especially was really sad when Corey Haim passed, and I was, of course, too, but they were very close, and so I don't want to bring up a difficult subject, but I don't want to be, like, we didn't have the same kind of rapport that you guys had. We had this sort of tougher kind of rapport.
It was a report. There was a T on the end of it.
Right.
Truthfully, you know what? It is hard, you know, being here. I have to admit, being here without Corey, and it's a very difficult thing. Even dealing with the Lost Boys issue is a difficult thing, because, you know, like today I stopped, we were in the middle of signing autographs, and I'm so used to, like, not to bring up another movie from another studio, but there was a movie we did called License to Drive, and thank you. And the cover art is like the two of us, and I'm so used to signing on one side to make sure that there's room left for him to be able to sign on his half. And somebody brought me that today, and it looked just very empty. And I realized I didn't have to leave the blank space, and it was tough. And being here and embracing Lost Boys in the way that we are, without him being a part of it, or potential for it to be a part of the future of Lost Boys, is very sad. On the same token, Jameson and I had this amazing chemistry in the first Lost Boys that Corey and I didn't have. Because if you look back to the first film, before the two Corys thing began, it was, Sam Emerson and Michael Emerson, and it was the Frog Brothers. And so, as an actor, when it came to finding that chemistry and having that camaraderie of a partnership on screen, it was actually established with Jameson Newlander before it was established with Corey. So when everybody would say to me, hey, where's your brother? I'd be like, what do you mean brother? And they'd go, your brother from the movie. And I'd go, oh, you mean Jameson Newlander? And they'd go, no, Corey Haim. And I'd go, no, Corey Haim wasn't my brother. Jameson Newlander was my brother. And we built a rapport as brothers. For whatever reason, it became the two Corys, but it actually should have been the two Froggies first. Okay, that was the way it was laid out. And then, he became this kind of famous teen idol guy, and then it became the two Corys. And then we went, and we did a bunch of movies in between, so people kind of lost the ground of it being about the Frog Brothers. But here we are, 23 years later, and I'm proud to say it's about the Frog Brothers.
And I want to add to it also that when we did The Tribe, when we came to Comic-Con with The Tribe, I don't know, some of you might have been here for that, but Corey and I came out as the Frog Brothers for the panel, and we hadn't done it.
What?
You don't remember that?
No. I mean, I think Edgar Frog and Alan Frog showed up or something.
That's what I mean, yeah,
right.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they showed up. We weren't there.
We weren't there.
The Frog Brothers were there. It was
right.
It was weird.
But we're here now, this year.
Okay. Star, arguable head frog, and now producer. Yeah, you, Corey. What do you bring to the table as the producer?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What do you bring to the table as the producer?
Not much.
Next.
Pretty much credit only. I thought it would look good on the resume.
It does. It really does.
No, I'm just joking. I hopefully brought something to the table. I care a lot about this project. I care a lot about the franchise. I'm very, very excited and pleased to be a part of it. I think that we may have just done the franchise a bit of service by making this latest sequel in the trilogy. Because we really, and I know myself, I like to say we, but when I say we, sometimes I mean me. I listen to the fans as much as possible. I try to keep the pulse on what it is that you guys want. And, Hans and I would sit and we'd talk about hey, what do you think it is that the fans really want to see this time around? And how can we kind of correct maybe some of the mistakes that were made last time, for some of the things that, not everybody was pleased with. And so I think we worked really hard to listen and try and make note of what it is you guys wanted to see and try and incorporate it more into this film. So, we can't say that, it's 100% everything you guys are going to want, because obviously everybody's going to have their own set of ideas of what they expect to see from this film. And I don't think we can please everyone, but I think we're going to do a heck of a job pleasing a lot more people this time. We really listened and really paid attention. I have a blog on my website, and there's a lot of communication back and forth. It's an open communication between the fans, and I think that we're hitting the mark a lot closer. So hopefully you'll be pleased with that. But that's really what my input involved, was really trying to kind of listen, have an ear to the wall on what it is the fans wanted to see, and try and convey that to the powers that be and the creative team involved, and hopefully, we funneled it through in the proper way.
You're the frog in the street.
What?